Hi everyone, welcome and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is CeeChronicles and I go by that name on all my social media platforms. Now if you're joining me here for the very first time, I post fragrance related content on this platform, guys. I post weekly and consistently. So if that sounds like something that interests you, please do consider joining us here by subscribing. I'd very much appreciate it if you became part of the family. Now to those who are returning, thank you so much guys for the continued support. I appreciate you as always. A quick one guys, I often have questions in the comment section about which fragrance is inspired by which and stuff like that. I don't have a problem answering those questions. However, let me clue you up. In case you haven't watched the dupe compilation list that I do from time to time, please head over to my page, go on the playlist, click on dupe compilation list. On that list, you will find thousands of dupes side by side, what they are inspired by, and I have grouped them in such a way for ease of reference. So say for instance you asked me a question and I was busy doing something, I might not be able to answer you offset, or I may not remember the fragrance that you're after, what it's duped by. So it's easier if you just reference the dupe compilation list. You can download that and then be referencing that from time to time, and I promise to keep bringing those for your ease of reference. Anyway, welcome to today's video guys. I'm going to give you a quick review on Lattafa's Kashaf. This is the box for Lattafa Kashaf. It's a nice tall box and it's blue and gold, as you can see. And the fragrance in question is this one. This is the bottle, guys. I love this bottle. It's a really tall bottle, but it's 100 ml. What they've done there is they have put a lot of, it does have like a really solid glass up to somewhere there, and then the juice is just the remainder there. So it's not like it's a 150 ml or 200 ml or something like that. It's just a tall bottle. And I'm going to spray it on this tester paper as usual, guys, for the sake of those who want to see the atomizer, and we're going to get straight into business. So this is the atomizer, guys, for Lattafa's Kashaf. So this fragrance, guys, is listed as having strawberry, caramel and peach at the top, and in the mid of this fragrance is saffron, amber, ginger and rose, and the base of this fragrance, guys, is patchouli, vanilla, benzoin, labdanum and leather. So that is what to expect, at least according to Lattafa. I blind bought this one, but I was driven by the notes, and it is one of those fragrances, guys, that, let me just say outright, it's going to be a very difficult one to describe, but I'll do the best I can. If you're going to go by the notes, you are probably going to be maybe disappointed or semi-disappointed like myself, and this could very much be their standalone, because when I sprayed it for the first time, second, third, even now, it doesn't strike me as anything I've ever smelled before. It does have like a Middle Eastern appeal to it without the spiciness of what they use in Middle Eastern fragrances. So do not expect a spicy fragrance, guys, in this. It does just kind of remind me of a Middle Eastern kind of trace to it, but without that spicy or oody thing. I do not get an oud from here. I do not get like intense woods or anything like that, but it just seems to align with Middle Eastern juices. Now the notes sound heavenly. Reading them, they were the reason I said I'm gonna pull a trigger on this. I am gonna absolutely love it, whatever it is. However, the overall profile of this fragrance, guys, has an oily kind of roundup to it. There is like an oily accord here that wraps up everything, and to an extent muffling the fragrance itself. So if you are like me and you were expecting a strawberry burst there with like a peach burst making this one fruity, it doesn't give me that. Again, if you are like me and you're expecting like a yummy gourmand caramel leaning fragrance, let me say I do get caramel, but the caramel here comes off as a nuance off. It doesn't come across to me as like an outright caramel. It comes across as though it is bouncing off another note, as though it's a caramel bouncing off benzoin. So it doesn't to me feel like an outright caramel note standing alone there. There's a lot going on, guys, with this fragrance, and maybe what's making it also hard to pin down is the fact that Lattafa have been playing around with the notes and throwing us off. So the notes that we are getting are probably not what is in this fragrance, because if I'm to describe this one the best way I can is I'm going to have to use a process of elimination, and what I think I am smelling here, I do think there could be a saffron here that is making it bittersweet, because remember I said this is not a sweet fragrance. It does have like an oily, like a waxy kind of thing there, and then it does have an intimate leaning leather. So yes, I do agree that I do smell a leather in this fragrance, but it's not like a very strong leather. It just comes off, you know, giving it like a rounded, leathery, waxy, almost honeyed kind of feel, presented as one with that oily thing kind of doing the most there. And another thing I'm gonna say I do smell here is the patchouli. The patchouli in here is, you know, quite heady. I do get that, but this fragrance, guys, fails to communicate or fails to have a solid identity. It's a fragrance to me that is just a juice in a bottle. And when I say I find it very tricky explaining this fragrance, it's not because it is that that's sophisticated. It's not even a sophisticated kind of fragrance, but it is just there. It is just a juice that's there, does not align with anything, does not lean towards anything, doesn't feel as though, is it summery, is it wintry, it's just a juice. So I don't know, guys, what they were going for here, which is why I said for this one it's best to use the process of elimination, where don't buy this one for the strawberry or the peach, because the peach and the strawberry are not doing what they're supposed to do. And if I may use today's terminology, let me say the peach is not peaching, the strawberry is not strawberrying, the ginger is not giving a fizzy feel to this fragrance. It's just there. Rather expect a benzoin, you know, forward kind of fragrance there. Don't expect a fruity fragrance. Don't expect a floral. It's everything is just, you know, mishmashed in this. The one fruit that I think I could extract in the end when I was trying too hard was like a plummy feel there, but that could be bouncing off labdanum, you know, if this fragrance does indeed have labdanum. So yes, I'm gonna have to say I do get like a plummy accord there, just a faint, you know, kind of plummy accord, you know, to this fragrance. And it is neither feminine or masculine. It is just a unisex fragrance there. When I looked at this bottle, guys, I had actually been searching for my Perfumes Blueberry Musk after watching a review of Blueberry Musk, because when I watched that review, I was absolutely sure I would love that fragrance, but I couldn't find that fragrance. I checked with Dubai Perfume Cafe, they had run out of the fragrance, and then I just looked at this bottle, and I looked, you know, while I was looking for the perfumes, I saw this bottle and was so striking, because the Blueberry Musk by My Perfumes comes in a bottle like this, but shorter with a black top. So I just said, okay, I'm going to just disregard the notes and just purchase this, hoping that it's going to have a blueberry note, hoping that maybe it is just Middle Eastern houses duping each other and it's going to have like some sort of alignment with Blueberry Musk. But I haven't smelled Blueberry Musk, but just going on that review, it doesn't feel as though that this one would be, you know, in line with that as well. So I don't know what this fragrance, guys, is all about. It also gives off, you know, a juice that feels as though it's going to mature to something really different, something really, you know, as though it hasn't macerated. But in my defense, I'm going to say I've had this one for about 7 weeks, and by now I think, you know, it's not changing much, though it does have like an underlying promise of something that's of a fragrance that could potentially thicken, or maybe that could potentially have that muffled note come to the surface. But that's just me guessing, guys. And yeah, that is what I can say, guys, about Lattafa's Kashaf. A bit underwhelming to my nose there. I was expecting a lot, guys. This bottle is gorgeous. It's heavy. It is just a bottle, guys, that makes a statement on the dresser and all, but the juice in itself is not exciting. I'm gonna say this juice would be ideal for you to wear all year round, because it just lacks in identity. It is also unisex to my nose, and yes, you can be smelt with this one, but it's wrapped up in like an oily thing that is just muffling everything. I may have to revisit this one in future, maybe in grouped fragrances. I don't know if it changes, but for now, guys, it is what it is. That is what I can say about this fragrance. However, if you do love leather, go and grab this one. It does have a beautiful leather there that is quite prominent, and of course that patchouli. So that is what I had for you, guys. Lattafa Kashaf. Let me know in the comment section if it's a fragrance that you were looking at purchasing or that you have, or if you know what this one is a dupe of. The notes are divine, but what I'm smelling here is different. CeeChronicles is my name. Thank you so much, guys, for joining me today. Let's meet in the comment section where we obviously discuss more about fragrances. Turn on post notifications as well. That way you get to be notified anytime I upload a video. Like and share this video, and remember that smelling good is a form of good manners. Cheers.